what isn't cultural, like this is one that's like iffy, right, for like for people, but this is one I'm definite about.
Okay.
So there's been like this huge thing on the news about blackfacing and stuff like that, right?
Can we say white facing as well? Can we go the
Yeah, we can
opposite
do
way?
that. We can do the opposite way.
Okay.
But see, that's an interesting topic point, because some people think black facing is wrong, but white facing is okay.
Really?
People think that when people blackface, right? They're like, oh my god, they shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
It's like
I
they're
don't know if you
insulting
remember.
this race.
I can't remember if it was last year.
Yeah.
Or maybe a couple of years ago. The footballer Antoine Griezmann. He went to it was a party of some sort.
Yeah.
Don't know if it was with, I think he was playing for Atletico Madrid at the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was like a party with those players or whatever. But he dressed up as like I'm sure it was a black basketball player. And like he had the afro and everything, and they had like the black face paint all over it, like even his arms and his legs as well. Like, so yeah, and people were sort of giving them a lot of shit for it.
See, the thing is, I think, right, this is where it comes controversial to my opinion.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I think that's fine.
Because
he's not offending anyone.
Yeah, if you like, it changes though. Like if you're like, colouring yourself black or white, just to be imitating the other race. Yeah. That's wrong. Right.
Define imitating then.
So, for instance,
because how is Antoine Griezmann not imitating the black race? Because
he's imitating someone he's admired, right? Or like he follows, or like someone of position or whatever, right?
Like a fan of someone.
Yeah, a fan of someone, right? Right. Like if you're doing it for a movie star, right? I think that's fine, right? Yeah. Like kids be kids kind of stuff, right? But if you're doing it just to be like a black person. Just because, like, yeah,
not
that's
for
your
any
stereotypical
reason.
view of a black person.
Right. Okay.
Right. That's wrong.
Like you're not doing it for a party or anything. So like you're just doing it on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. You just wake up one day and go, right, I think I'll.
No, but even if you go to a party, right? And you just go as a black person. Yeah. Generic as heck, right? Yeah. First of all, you put no effort in, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Right. But second is that it's not funny. It's not a right thing to do. Okay. Because like when you're going in, if you go like, for instance, if you look back at Tropic Thunder, that movie, right? It was a great movie. And Robert Downey Jr. Had to like obviously put on like this black character. Yeah. Right. That's fine. He did it for a movie. Yeah. Right. That's fine. He did it to play a character.
It was his job.
Yeah. And that's it's fine even if it wasn't his job, if he was like imitating that character, right? Not treating them as stupid, not trying to degrade them in any way.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's fiction. So
yeah, so it's fiction,
matter.
But when you're talking about like someone just dressing up as a black person to be a black person just for that one party, and to be mocked for it at that party, which like he'll become a joke of some sorts, right?
Would they?
Think about it. If you went to a party, like Halloween or whatever, someone just came as a black person, don't you think like you'd be like, that's kind of weird? Don't you think that you'd laugh at him? You'd laugh at him because of it, eventually.
Yeah, but I wouldn't laugh because it's a black person. I would laugh because.
But to a black person, that's what image it portrays.
Yeah, so that's them reading the situation wrong then.
See, no, it's not reading the situation.
I would laugh just because like I'm shocked and. Like I wouldn't have expected someone. Yeah. Because it's not a common thing to do, so I wouldn't expect someone to come to a party like that.
But the thing is, like that's the thing, because of like things like the Ku Klux Klan and everything like that, white supremacy and stuff like that.
Oh Jesus, this is getting this is getting arms and legs and everything, man.
We have to, but I'm saying like in terms of how they used to do it, like blackfacing, just to be like pretend to be blacks and make idiots of themselves while being in that kind of attire. Right, if you go to the party just dressed as a generic like black person, right, you're going there for that same intent. Like there's no going around it. That is a fact. You're going there for that intent. Right, but when you look like you want to say something here.
Oh no, let you keep going.
But when if you're going as a character. Like if you want
to like specific person
character, like someone like if you admire someone in sport. Okay. If you admire someone like that and you go as like that character, right? That's fine. You're doing it because you admire that person. You're not doing it to make a ridicule of yourself.
Yeah.
You're not trying to be ridiculed or not trying to be made fun of or as that kind of because of that attire. Right. If you're just going as a black person and you're going because you want to cause a ruckus, because you want to like make people think no one would have expected me to come like this, that's wrong. Because you're taking you're just colouring yourself black and you're not doing it just because, oh man, I want to try colour my skin this way or whatever, right? Because obviously that's wrong and weird as heck in the first place, and you should probably think about yourself a bit more.
Probably get to the
think your priorities, yeah. Think about your priorities. But when we're talking about going into this, that's fine. That's not right in terms of going as a generic person, a stereotypical character. Like if I go and dress up as colour myself black and go in as if I'm going as a gangster, right? That's wrong. I can still be white in a gangster. Yeah. You don't need to be black in a gangster. It's not necessary that that's your stereotypical view.
Well, it's not necessarily stereotypical. What if they genuinely just wanted to be a black gangster? I don't...
That's the thing.
I know you get white gangsters, obviously, I'm fully aware, but I don't know, I think you're making the assumption that if someone was to black or white face as a
generic character,
as a generic person rather than a specific person, I think you're making the assumption that their intention is to mock them, or as if it portrays a racist sort of behaviour.
But what would you think their intention is? So if they're going as a black character, right, the black gangster, right, that's their view, and that for other people and stuff like that. Right, other people are a huge part of cultural appropriation. You're not going to think you're culturally appropriating, other people are. Right, that's always going to be the case. So other people do matter in this case all the time, right? So when you come in and you obviously if you did it unintentionally, other people should be nice when they're correcting you. Saying that, oh, that's actually kind of stepping over the line. And this is the case. Okay. Stereotypically that could offend people. So you should other people can correct them. That's nice. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're going there in terms of you getting mocked and stuff like that, then obviously that's inherently wrong. That you're going as a stereotypical character because that's your stereotypical view.
Okay.
Can
I change this?
Go ahead.
Rather than turning up as a black gangster.
Yeah.
Say you're white, right, and you dress up as just a white gangster. You just put on your quote unquote stereotypical view of what gangster clothes are for a white person. Would that not be cultural appropriation as well?
For what culture?
For white culture, or white gangster culture.
Well, you're not taking from another race, right? You're still going as your own race. How can you culturally appropriate from yourself?
But so basically, what I've got from this is it's to do with race. Then
it's to do with the race and where you're from. Right. So depending on the item.
I just think that's applying one rule to one thing and then it being neglected for a similar situation.
I get that because I don't understand that.
It's fundamentally the same. You're both people are dressing up as a gangster. Just one person's decided to paint their skin black. The other person's decided just to be in their own body.
But the thing is that obviously inherently, right, if you're looking at it at that plain unbiased view kind of thing, right, that might be the appearance that you're getting right now. That I can get behind that. But that's not how it is. I'm sorry to say, right, because one has sincere emotion behind it and the other doesn't. Right. So that's the status, right? Overall, if you're going as a character and you're offending other people, right? To an obviously like understandable extent, right? So if you go as a white gangster and you're inherently white, and so people say you shouldn't be dressing like that, that's them just being a bit weird, right? That's everyone would agree to that. Like I hope everyone would agree to that. But if you're being dressed as if you're colouring yourself black, right, and you're going as a stereotypical gangster, like the stereotypically black gangster, right, you're offending. You're going to when you head out that door, you're going to offend people, right? And that's what I said. Like if you don't know you're not going to offend people, you're still going to offend people in that case, right? Because of the emotion behind it, because of the because there's been like racial attacks and everything like that, and there's also been racism in history. Yeah.
The problem then.
But this is the thing. It's culture. It's culture. And like the thing is, this is cultural appropriation. To keep thinking about culture behind things. Right. That's what it all is coming down to. Every single turn of this is coming down to culture. So, and culture's not a bad thing. That's what I'm saying, right?
No, culture's always going to be there.
Yeah, culture's always going to be there, but it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
If you're letting other people if you wear a kimono, right? So if we're going back to that, like the traditional kimono. Right. That's fine.
Right.
Right. Because you're not changing it. You're not trying to be Japanese by wearing it.
Right.
Right. Otherwise, if you're trying to be Japanese and stuff like that, that'd be racism. Right.
Okay, right.
If you're stretching
Can I?
Yeah, hit out with it.
Right, okay. Right. Since you mentioned racism, I need to just read out this definition of racism, because I think branding people as being racist or saying, that's racism, I think right now that sort of like, it gets hit out with a lot.
Yeah, now especially,
I think that a lot of people, they just fling it out there when really it's really got nothing to do with that at all.
Yeah, no, I get that because I see that a lot. And even people of races, like obviously I'm a people of like a different race.
Yeah.
Right, and when people are calling, like my people are calling another person racist when he didn't say anything inherently racist. I get that.
Right, so racism is the belief in the superiority of one race over another, which often results in discrimination and prejudice towards people based on their race or ethnicity. So, you were mentioning there about trying to be Japanese by like changing your eye angle and stuff like that. I just want to ask you the question. Are you, in doing that, in performing that act, are you saying that you're better than Japanese people? Or that Japanese people are lower than you by doing that? Just by doing that?
By doing that, right. Like your intention, once again, it comes down to your intention might not to be.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But your actions say otherwise. Because when you're doing that, who are you going to insult?
Japanese people.
Right?
Like they're going to.
And what are they going to think? Yeah, that you're thinking they're superior to them or they're weird.
Yeah.
Right? And that's where it comes to the second half of that definition.
Yeah.
The discrimination. Mm-hmm. That's where it kicks in. But when you're
I agree. I just wanted your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So that's.
So can you then apply that to the situation of black facing or white facing?
Because I think like if you're just colouring yourself black to do a stereotypical view on something.
Yeah.
Right. I think that could count as racism.
Okay.
Because it could insult other people or be derogatory to them. Right.
Could, but you don't know the intention behind it.
For like if you're black, right.
Sorry, that was a strange sniff there.
That's fine. Some people have fetishes over it. So you never know, man. If you're talking about blackfacing, without reason of like following a character, inherently that is racist because it's a racist view, right? Right, usually. But if you're doing it as a character, that's not racism. You're not going there to be like mocked as a character. You're going there because you love that character.
Yeah.
And you thought like, oh, it might look good if I do this. Right, and that wouldn't inherently be racist because you're going as a specific person. But if you're going as a generic stereotype,
yeah,
right, that's where it becomes offensive. So generic stereotyping.
I mean, I can see why. Would you be offended, right? Just want to give you some different situations just to think of it, because it's...
Yeah, it's hard to get a grasp on when you're not exposed to it.
Yeah. Say, right, so you're Pakistani, right?
Yeah.
Say I've just decided to dress up as a Pakistani one day, and say maybe like the outfit that you wore for prom, like your traditional clothes that you wore then, say that I was just to wear something like, maybe not the exact same, maybe something a bit similar, maybe different colours or something, some sort of like traditional Pakistani clothes anyway. If I was to just dress like that, what would you think?
If you dress like that, right? If you're looking at a whole population of Pakistan, some people might be offended, right? That's an insane minority.
Okay.
Other people, like myself, would be complimented that you want to, like, instead of wearing, like, to this huge important event like a prom, you chose to wear our traditional attire. It's a compliment.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, what if I changed it from a prom to just like a party of some sort?
A party as well. You like a party, you're going to your friends and you want to hang out, but you want to look nice. And you choose our outfit. That works.
What if it was like a Halloween party then?
If it's a Halloween party and you're going as a character, like Aladdin or something, okay, that's fine, right? Then no one's going to really say anything.
Yeah.
But if you're going just to portray a Pakistani, that's an issue.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So it's just very...
Yeah, it's
situation
based. Like, it's literally that it's where you step over that line.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, because I've not got much knowledge or grasp of this, I'm trying to like locate this line.
Yeah.
I'm sure with my views so far I've maybe offended so many people.
Even so, like...
So damn it, it's not a problem, it's fine, do what you want.
The thing is, like, obviously, to be calling other people to be saying to other people that they're culturally appropriating something, you have to be aware that someone else might not know that. So that's what an issue that people see online all the time. People are calling people out for cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Right? When they don't know, they're not fully, they weren't aware of it.
Yeah.
And then they get bullied and like stuff like cyberbullied or whatever because of that. Right? The issue is that it shouldn't be done that way. It should be done that when you're correcting someone, right, you should do it nicely. You should do it gently, like, so that they're aware that they're making it. Like, obviously, like, how I've been speaking this whole entire time, hopefully, has not been in a way that's like, oh man, you're doing wrong.
Nah,
man, you're doing wrong.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's like you're insulting me by your presence.
No, you're just trying to educate me. That's fine. I get that.
So if you're educating someone, that's fine.
No offence taken.
But if someone starts arguing fully, like, no, I don't care if I'm culturally appropriating. That's when you can get angry.
Yeah, because it's ignorant.
Yeah, because like if they say it once, you can stop trying to explain nicely, right? Yeah. That's patience.
Yeah.
But if they keep saying it like, oh, I don't care what anyone thinks or whatever, that's ignorant. You're kind of naive, and like you're the type of person that only cares about yourself as well, the image that you're putting out.
Yeah.
So that's where it becomes you've crossed the line.
I can ask another situation then.
Yeah.
Right. So, white people getting dreadlocks. Is that cultural appropriation? No,
because dreadlocks inherently are stereotypically like might go better with black people, like stereotypically.
Yeah.
Like because obviously we have images of Bob Marley or whatever in our heads, right?
Right.
But that's just a haircut, right? Overall, inherently, it's not like stereotyping something like this only to that race, right? Is a stereotype other people have enforced onto that race. If you get what I mean.
Not particularly.
So
go into that a wee bit more.
So if you're so it's okay for people to like get a haircut that they stereotypically associate with another race. Like it might just be something in their head, but if they think, hey, I'm going to look good with dreadlocks, which a lot of like white people do. Like I miss people like in my high school and stuff like that, in my uni with dreadlocks, and they look freaking great. I wish I looked that good. But if they are doing it to like imitate that race again, right? That's a stereotypical view of that race.
Yeah.
If you do it and put on a Jamaican accent without intending to be a specific character like Bob Marley or something like that, inherently that's racist because that's your own viewpoint. You're pushing onto a whole entire race and stereotyping the race by. Right. If you get what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So that's where the line is again. So like for hairstyles, right? Do whatever hairstyle you want.
Right.
That's your own body, your own thing. Right. No one's gonna be offended if you wear dreadlocks. I don't know if anyone that would be, and I'd be kind of weirded out by anyone that would be. But like, would you be offended like if someone copied your hairstyle?
No.
Yeah, so inherently that's going to be the same.
That should be quite complimented if someone did, because mine's pure wiry and mental.
Yeah, but
my jeans are all messed up in my hair.
But the thing is that like that's the same thing I was talking about. If you were wearing like a Pakistani or traditional outfit, I would feel complimented. Because obviously I wore it that day because I thought I looked better than when I wore a suit.
Yeah.
I knew everyone's going to be wearing a suit.
Yeah.
I was like, if I want to go out, you were wearing nothing. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, nothing. Right. Birthday suit.
Yeah, kind of not nice. Teachers were shocked. You didn't stay for long.
I'm confused. Shocked and confused.
But overall, like you get like you're finding out where that line is.
Yeah.
If you think it might cause other people offence, like a huge amount of offence, then don't do it.
Okay.
That's my conclusion on that.
Is there any other situations that you've got off the top of your head? I mean, if not, that's fine.
I think like if you're just wearing an outfit of a like people online I'm seeing a lot now, and it's like one of the things that irritates me. Yeah. Like obviously so far not everything that I've said I've not been specifically irritated by, but for this kind of thing this kind of thing irritates me when someone wears like the outfit of another like culture. And then people online or Facebook are saying you can't wear that. Only that culture can wear that. That's culturally appropriating.
Right.
That properly irritates me. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Like it's obviously far leftists that kind of stereotypically do that as well. Yeah. Right. Or as trolls doing that. But they might have like
huge lefty thing.
Yeah. You have to like calm down. Like if you want people to get along, cultures have to mix. Right? Cultures have to mix for the world to get along. Yeah. But if you're doing just if you're wearing the outfit and obviously like I've said, like if you wear a kimono, stretch your eyes, you're kind of being derogatory to another race. Right? But if you're doing it just because you think, oh, I love this outfit, like, oh, it looks so beautiful and stuff like that, that's fine. Right? That's okay. You're allowed to do that. That is not cultural appropriation, and you're just a snowflake. Right? You're like the worst snowflake or whatever. You melt before you touch the ground, kind of thing. But what do you think about
that? No, I agree with the last point. Yeah. Obviously, the first one's a bit. Didn't really agree with you, but I knew what you meant. Yeah. Then the ones in the middle sort of needed your guidance on, but we got there.
We got there in the end. It's okay, man.
Yeah, it's just very situation based, this topic.
Yeah.
You can't generalise it.
Yeah, thanks for listening, whoever actually made it through all of this.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. You've made it through.
It's all just our opinion. Like all of this, remember, is all our opinions.
Yep, all our views.
On, like, our own thoughts. Right?
And experiences.
Yeah. So all of this, like, some of this may not be facts or whatever, but if you have your own view, feel free to put it in the comments. Yeah. Send us another topic that you want us to talk about or delve more into. We'll always approach it from an uneducated point of view. Right, so saying is we'll always try to approach it in that case. So send it in. Please like or subscribe and I hope you all have a great day.
Also, just remember to follow our Twitter page as well, Abs. You forgot to plug that in as well.
Yeah, plug in.
What is it? At Uneducated Podcasts?
At Uneducated Pods.
Oh, yep, so it is.
At Uneducated Pods. Feel free to go on our Twitter. We'll put it in a link in the description.
Yep.
But please feel free to follow that, and you'll be updated as soon as we upload, or if we have anything we need to say, or if you want to send us a question or topics our way.
Yeah, we'll
that's the best way to do it. Yeah. We'll that's the best way to do it.
Right, are we done, Abs?
Yep, perfect.
Done. Cheers.
See ya.